that?
Yeah.
I told you guys it was the new improved Gong Show, and I think that says it best.
No, because where's Gene the dancing machine?
I know, but if Simon had a gong, that kid would have been gonged.
You and Latin music are what? Ice cream and onions?
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
And then Paula would have had a big hook and pulled him off the stage. Oh, my God.
And married him?
She's too depressed to marry anyone. John Stevens was last night's amazing American Idol. Gosh, will he be voted off the island? We don't know. But tonight you'll find out on American Idol.
I do kind of know.
Well, it kind of goes along with that pageants thing. I mean, this is basically the new Gong Show.
And tonight, after American Idol, the OC goes to Vegas.
Yeah, the OC goes to Vegas. We love the OC.
And Jack goes to Victoria's Secret pajama shopping.
Okay, so let me get this straight, Jack. Most men, I would say 98%. Right. Of men tonight. In fact, we had to cancel a party we were supposed to have tonight because the Lakers are in the playoffs.
Right.
And so most men are going to be watching the playoffs, watching Shaquille O'Neal dribble down the court for 3. Because if he hit it way outside there, yeah. And Jack is going to be home watching the OC.
In Vegas?
I'm torn.
Between the OC and the Lakers?
No, it's Bachelor night.
Oh, Jesus.
God, TV has just gotten genius.
By the way, it looks as if maybe, and Jack, if you can go to number 3 in that original CD. Do you only have one CD player?
Pretty much.
Oh, Jesus. Listen to what happens with The Bachelor, number 3, Jack.
The New York Football Giants have Jay Load, 280-pound quarterback from the University of Kentucky. Lorenzen threw for over 10,000 yards at Kentucky, and his signing means that the Bachelor, Jesse Palmer, may not be receiving a rose from the Giants at the cut-down time.
Wow, wouldn't that suck if he's cut?
In the middle of the show?
Yeah.
That'd be funny. All of a sudden, people be giving the roses back.
All right, so when we come back, should Jack watch the Lakers or OC? Should Stench watch The Bachelor or the Lakers? Oh, my God. And painting your 3-year-old, yes or no, continues.
All right, then.
My God, it's action-packed, isn't it? Just a little reminder that today, the first caller of the day, I forgot to mention this, they are going to the Renaissance Pleasure Fair with Jack and Stench.
Jack and Stench battling for your honor.
Yay!
While eating mutton.
Huzzah! Ooh. Go hang out with Jack and Stench. By the way, you can go too. Go hang out with Jack and Stench this Saturday, which is May 1st at the Renaissance Pleasure Fair. It's at the Glen Helen Regional Park in San Bernardino. Oh.
Gretchen used to live with 5 of those nights.
The Huzzah people?
Uh-huh. In Chicago.
They're busty.
They're lusty.
Those chicks are busty. It's
they were men.
Well, I'm talking about with the women, though. That's a place you can go and be fat and be all that.
Yeah, because they spill out over the top.
Yeah, they have the...
like wenches.
Yeah, and they have the corset.
You
and
need
then
a wench to put those corsets on them women.
Boobs crash out while they're sitting on a horse. Anyway, all right, so that's Saturday if you have nothing to do.
Is it the same place it was last year?
Yes.
Also, we were talking about before we left for a break, should you spray paint your 3-year-old or not so she'll look healthy and glowing. But also, Stench doesn't know if he's going to watch The Bachelor or the Laker game, which is just really sad because you are our only sports guy, and it kind of makes me think you're a freak.
I worked it out. I know what I'm doing.
What are you doing?
The game really won't be great until the end. If it, could be a blowout and then I've missed nothing.
Right.
But it will be really great at the end. So I'm going to watch the East Coast feed of The Bachelor at 6. It'll wrap up right at 7. I go into the game.
Does it scare you that you are planning your life around television?
This is my life.
Yeah. They plan television around his life.
I'm telling you, the stalker's coming back.
The stalker on The Bachelor.
Yes.
But this brings me to a different point, which is, when you're shameful of men. And for example, I'm ashamed, not shameful,
right.
ashamed of Stench. Because he was our manly, b-ball player. And Jack, well, there's no hope for.
Yeah.
But
Jack's been a jellyback since the show began.
But what if you have this kid? His name is Shane. We call him Gay Shane. Mm-hmm. And he's part of the pageant system. Mm-hmm. And his mom really wants him to be an actor. And yeah. And so what if you have this kid, Jack?
It's been getting a little bit testy. He's been here, for a little while.
You guys ready?
Yeah. He can also do it with an English accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Today, we're here with the famous SpongeBob SquarePants. I think I'd like to do it without the English accent.
Okay, yeah. You just messed me up. I'm sorry.
Oh, my God.
What if you have that kid?
As what?
I don't know. Like, aren't you bummed?
Oh, yeah, I'd be livid if I had that kid.
Like, what if your kid ends up and can't catch?
It would never notice. I'm not going to throw anything to it. For my child not to be able to catch means I have to have thrown it something.
I guess if you can't throw, because
Yeah.
I remember that incident.
That's so not going to happen in my house.
You guys remember the Rockies game?
I thought it was bowling.
Apparently. Oh, I'll never forget that moment.
Yeah. So if Dante can't catch, I will never know.
Jack, you want to tell the people one last time what happened on that day?
Danny steps up to the mound.
Yeah.
Wearing his big old boots.
His arm recoils.
Yeah.
Hardball in his hand. The catcher is in the ready position.
Yes, at the Rockies game.
Danny unleashes his heat, and it rolls halfway to the plate.
The poor guy's got to get up off his knees, walk all the way out.
Oh.
Yes.
That's not the worst part.
What's the worst
The
part?
worst part is you followed a girl, Jamie, who, honest to God, stepped up and whew, across the plate, pop into the glove, boom, and she had heels on.
No, I had heels on.
I think mine was technically I threw a strike.
You threw a strike, yeah.
You got booed out of the stadium.
I hope you're reliving this for someone who doesn't feel the pain constantly.
Well, we're just realizing how funny it is that I said, what if Dante can't catch?
Yeah. that would imply I threw something at the kid without anger.
All I remember was the shower of beer coming over my head that was going in your direction.
But I can at least run in my heels.
Oh, I can too. I have. Anyway, wow. Okay, so that's a little bit of that, and we're
Dante can't catch. It'll be news to me.
snooze.
Yes, it will be snooze to me.
Christina.
Hi.
Hi. Welcome to our show.
Hi. You know, your friend Michael had said that he couldn't judge a parent that thinks they need to take some certain steps like tanning their
Well, he
kid.
can't judge because he's making his living off these stupid
Right.
people.
But the thing is any parent who's willing to do something to their kid that doesn't mentally or physically benefit their child in any way for the sake of money has to be psychotic. They
Wow,
have to
that's
be-
deep.
And wrong.
So what she's saying is everything you do should benefit your child, right?
I think at least with the intention of benefiting your child, but for the sake of money, a 3-year-old, they can like doing pageants, but when you take it to the point of where they're doing it every weekend,
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
think they
little
do it for money, though, do they?
Yeah, they do. They win
I
like
thought it was trophies.
they win trophies and like a savings bond.
Oh. Which everybody loses.
Yeah. Well. So Christina, do you have kids?
no, I don't.
Yeah, because you sound young. How old are you?
I'm 23.
Oh, you've changed it up. You're like 19. Shut up.
No, I'm 23, I promise.
When did you think she was 19?
Because she hesitated on the 3.
Ah.
She wasn't sure. All right, Christina, thanks for your phone call. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
See, Christina's like me. Those of us without kids, we're always bummed when we have to say no because we think we have great advice.
Well, all right.
You know? Here is Mary Lou. Hi, Mary Lou. My God, we're all over the place today. Hi, Mary Lou.
Are you
Goodbye,
there?
heart.
Are you there? Did you fall asleep, Mary Lou?
What up, Mary Lou?
I'm kind of sick, so I can't talk very well.
Yeah?
But I want to tell you, Jamie, I talked to you 5 years ago. Do you remember?
And this is what happened to me.
Gosh, 5 years ago. Yeah, I remember. Mary
You
Lou,
remember?
remember? 5
Sure,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, Danny and I talked to you for hours.
No, you were with Frosty and Frank.
Nice
Maybe-
try, though.
They were fucking assholes.
Oh, boy, Mary Lou takes a turn. Mary Lou is on NyQuil.
Mary Lou, you can't say any of those words.
Wow, she didn't like my old partners at all.
Apparently not.
She likes us, but she hated them.
Wow. So I want to say thank you, but we
Wow.
can't speak to you.
Mary Lou, that is crazy. Sweet little sick Mary Lou, and then she unleashes those words.
Yes, and she unleashed.
I mean, I didn't like my old partners either, but I don't think they were worth that.
Not worth that, no.
Jack, you hit the button, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it worked,
are
right?
you kidding?
Okay. Wow. Okay, that was interesting. She has some anger. Joel, hi.
Hey,
Hey, what'd you think of her old partners? Just kidding.
I missed about 8 seconds of that whole thing. It sounded like.
Well, that's
That's
good.
about
You
right,
had
yeah.
to. Otherwise, the FCC is going to, cut off my balls. Anyway, go ahead.
I thought the Lakers game tonight was 7 o'clock Eastern.
So that'd be 4 o'clock because I went to math college.
Right.
No, it's a Western Conference game. It'll be at 7. Because people in L.A., it's in L.A., so it has to be at 7 after you get off work.
It has to be?
It has to
Yeah,
be.
they won't start a weeknight game before 7 p.m. in
Jack,
whatever
do
city
you have
they're in.
Jeannie Buss's home phone number? We can just ask her ourselves.
It's in
Yeah,
my
that's
cell
his
phone.
best
I'll get
friend,
it.
isn't
It's in your cell phone. You're kidding. You're so funny. Hey, Rachel, real quick, what are you calling about?
I'm calling about something from way early this
All
morning
right,
about.
hold on,
Right.
because we'll get a memo about that crap.
Whoa.
I like doing it. We've been doing it forever, and it worked out. And now all of a sudden, it's not supposed to work out.
Huh?
Taking calls about something that happened at 5:30.
Yesterday.
We got a memo. Remember?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, said don't take calls about stuff that happened at 5:30.
How about stuff that happened 5 years ago?
How about recycling? Hey, did
Right.
they say recycle?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Anyway, inside information about a meeting that went awry yesterday in cufflinks. Who?
Jeff
Jeff
Goldblum?
Goldblum, and he's all butt naked on the beach with a wool hanging out.
Let's see.
I guess it's not even hanging out; it's just there.
A whole bunch of pictures.
Why is he naked on the beach? Why do I have to see this? And why'd you get it for me, Jack?
Because it always amazes me. If you're a celebrity, don't go naked on a beach. It always ends up on the internet.
I know. They had to be free or something.
I think it's kind of cool because he's not in that good a shape.
By the way, speaking of celebrities, Robert Downey Jr.'s marriage to actress singer Deborah Falconer, actor, singer,
Yeah.
songwriter, is ending in a divorce.
No.
12 years, though.
Yeah, but they've been separated forever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Oh, your fancy red pages didn't tell you that?
It did. I just didn't read them. What are you talking about? You're crazy. There's no red paper. Divorce papers were filed Monday in court. Let's see here. They were married in 92 and have a son. And
Indio or Idaho or some such thing?
Idaho. Yeah.
Right, but what's the kid's name?
Indio. Remarriage is on the horizon for Downey, who is engaged to Susan Levin. Now that's wrong. He's engaged and I didn't even read all that crap. That seems wrong, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so he's gonna get married. Wow. He doesn't wait too long, does he? Out with the old, in with the new.
I always thought he was gay.
Yeah, well, that's less than zero. Didn't do anything for that.
Because he's so good. I mean, he convinced me.
Well, he did me too. I thought the same thing. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Also, Danny, you got to be careful. There's a mountain lion on the attack.
Yeah, in my neck of the woods, right?
Yep, it's over there in Griffith Park, yeah.
I need to call because I told the other day there was a bunch of animal food out in my backyard, and I thought something got in the doggy door.
Oh, yeah.
What if it's the mountain lion?
I think it's too big.
How do you know how big my doggy door is? It's like a garage door.
Huh. I guess it's the mountain lion.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, a portion of Casper's Wilderness Park was closed after a mountain lion showed no fear when confronted by mule riders in the Orange County Park. I got no fear, you mule riders.
I wouldn't be afraid of mule riders. Who's afraid of mule riders?
I'm kind of afraid to ride those mules along the Grand Canyon edge.
Yeah, I've never done it, but my father-in-law said it was terrifying.
Let's do it this summer. That seems scary.
I think we should do something this summer as a group, something like go rafting or something.
Okay. What? I want to go rafting.
Do you? Do you want to go rafting?
I've done it.
I've never done it. It seems like it'd be really fun.
Well, it's kind of like when you want to go horseback riding and the horses follow each other's asses.
Right.
Well, rafting, because they have to keep an insurance policy, and there's all different ages and sizes and shapes, it's not that exciting.
It's like a ride in an amusement park.
Yeah, it is.
Really? What
Actually,
about
that's scarier.
What about that stuff you see on the news?
Well, they're doing it independent of a.
Then let's do that.
I mean, we could probably hire our own stuff
Yeah.
and probably hire a guy to
You know, there's a lot of talk about something we're not going to
Okay,
do.
yeah, let's shut up. You're right. I'm sorry.
You want to just have a camp out in my backyard?
Not even there, no.
I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to my friend Jack.
Remember log rolling?
Yeah, we never log rolled.
I even got us a log.
Oh, you won't get your mom a piano, but now you got a log?
I didn't have to do anything to get the log.
Of course. Requires any effort, forget about
That's
it.
exactly right.
Artificial legs mean no more little chuck wagons for dogs.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah, remember when you
I
could...
loved those.
I did too. And my whole thing about a remote control one, just cut off the front too, and you could just like drive them around.
Make them crash.
Yeah, I got letters, please, from PETA. I'm like, I'm not, guess what? Dear PETA, I'm really not going to chop off the rest of a dog's legs so I can put him on a remote-controlled car.
We're going to chew them off.
Jesus, they drive me crazy. Waste my time with that. It's better than talking about rafting that we're not going to do. Yeah, anyway, the new legs. Until recently, the 6-year-old shepherd mix, this dog, was missing the lower halves of his hind paws. He used to have to tuck his back legs under his backside and scoot with his front paws. Oh, they didn't even give him a wagon.
They gave him a dragon.
But anyway, between two specialists, they have constructed limbs for Footsie the dog.
Two specialists with a lot of time on their hands.
Yeah, but this is cute now. Now they're going to make little artificial doggy and kitty paws. I think it's great.
Yeah, because we don't have enough stray dogs and cats. We got to part out the good ones.
Well, no, if you have a family dog that you love, I mean, I'm sorry, but it's yucky looking at the nubby. It is. I don't like looking at nubs.
I don't
sorry.
know how Paul McCartney stays married to that
Me
woman.
either. I can't look at nubs.
No, nubs are weird.
I want you to keep it. It's like looking at I don't know. It's worse than.
Because they're never like flat and straight. There's always like some weird hanging off part.
Well, they do the flap, but you can see where the bone was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate looking at nubs. Jack, you like looking at nubs?
They kind of fascinate me.
See,
I stare at nubs.
People rub them and stuff.
Can you imagine a dwarf with a nub? Wow. That'd make your day.
Oh, that's a weird nub.
Yeah, well,
it's like a chicken leg.
He loves. They both fascinate Jack.
Yeah, I mean, people rub their nub, and other people rub their nub, and I don't know, like it's like a thing, like a sick sex thing, like rub nubs.
What are you talking about?
Call Jane.
That is us, and it's the big old Nub Rubbin' Show.
Nub Rubbin'.
How we got here, I'm not sure. I'm trying to recall that I remember saying to you I don't like looking at a nub.
Right, and the drummer from Def Leppard is on line 3.
He is?
No.
Oh. I don't know. I know you know him because they're your neighbors, so I believed you.
Nope, he's not really on line 3.
Why wouldn't I believe that? The neighbor is a Def Leppardite,
He's
right?
a Def Leppardite, yes.
Anyway, so I personally, it's a weird thing with me. I just don't like seeing an amputee's nub.
Right.
I think that you should keep it covered. Like,
Well, they have rights.
well, so do I. I don't want to see it.
Well, it's like breastfeeding.
Yeah, but a boob is at least pretty. A nub is nasty. Ew. Here's Jana. Hi, Jana.
Hi.
Hi.
So I've got this friend, and her grandfather has a nub, and their favorite game to play when she was little, and mind you, she's Catholic, so she's got a ton of cousins. The grandpa would flail his nub around, and whoever could catch the nub got to sit on his lap and win a prize.
Oh, I'm lost.
Yeah.
He'd like take his arm or his half arm and like, woo, woo, catch the nub, kids.
Is
Catch
that
it.
right?
Exactly. And they would all jump and scream and stuff. And, I always told her it would be a good idea if they would put grease on it to see,
Grease the
who
nub.
could actually hold it.
Well, you know what? At least I guess they had fun with the grandpa
Yeah,
nub.
sure.
They probably they're probably very comfortable around nubs, but because I wasn't raised with a nub,
right,
that's
exactly.
why I'm uncomfortable with them. I think.
Right, perhaps.
All right, Jana. Well, I'm always gonna picture the greasy nub.
Yeah, catching the nub. New game, sweeping the nation.
Isn't that on Real Sex on HBO?
I think they did something like that.
They did a lot of wild things.
They're wild on that show.
Have you seen the horses where the guys and the girls act like they're horses? They totally wear whatever, I don't know horse talk, but they wear the whole gear, the face gear, and they have on this whole bridle thing.
The bit and the bridle and
yeah, and then the guy is walking behind him with a whip. And some of the guys are doing it too. I don't get it.
I don't get it.
And then they have a big ponytail coming out of the top of their head like a...
Does it lead to sex at the end?
It did, yeah.
Well, there's the one part I understand.
But they do it like that, and then they lick each other's necks and stuff like they're horses. It is weird.
It is weird.
I don't get it. I need to understand.
I don't get any of the weird stuff.
You don't need to understand.
Well, also in the news, a woman, she drove around with her dead mom for like a few days. That's nice.
How come?
They don't know why. She just put her dead mom in the car. They don't even know how her mom died. And then she went to Walmart for 14 hours.
Maybe her mom was a terrible nagger when she drove. Go faster, go
Oh,
slower.
yeah. I'll
And she
show
said,
you.
I'll show you. You're going to be quiet this whole ride.
I bet.
Yep.
And I bet she wasn't allowed to go to Walmart.
Right.
So then she's staying there for 14 hours. Okay, I like it.
I hope she cracked the windows.
Here is Jared. Hi, Jared.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hi, we're good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
The nub rub. There's a reason for that. A friend of mine has a nub, and he said it's called phantom pains.
Yeah, it's where they still feel like they have their arm or whatever, like it itches and stuff, right?
Yeah, if you have lost your lower part of the leg and you have an itch on the toe, well, it's not really there, so you have to rub your nub.
So how'd your friend lose his appendage?
Car accident.
A what?
A car accident.
Car accident,
Not a
right.
motorcycle accident.
No, a car accident. All right, well, Jared, thank you for the nub rub update. Now we know why they do it.
Yep.
That's great. Hey, this calls for Jack. Hi, Joanne.
Hi there, how are you?
We are good. We're talking about nub rubbing. What do you got?
I don't have a nub, but I certainly have a giant thank you for Jack.
A giant thank you for Jack. What for?
This is Joanne from Burbank on Parade.
Yeah.
Joanne, you don't mean Jack, Joanne. What do you
I
mean?
Mr. Burbank.
You
Yeah,
mean Mr.
baby.
Burbank. Woo! So, Joanne, how'd he do as Mr. Burbank?
He did a fabulous job.
Yeah, did he wave and hug and kiss the little babies?
He waved. He did a great job. He even came in a T-shirt that said Mr. Burbank.
Yes,
Oh,
I
did.
Jack.
Go, Jack.
Now, for Danny,
Yes.
you're going to have to explain to all the residents in Burbank how you let your hair grow so long.
And how about you got so big?
And how about I got so fat and slow?
Because Stuttering Jim came along, and his hair is very long, and everyone thought it was you.
Oh,
I have to live with this.
I know.
So great.
Yeah, nothing like a retard representing.
Well, I do it every day.
Yeah. Wow. Did you enjoy Jim?
We enjoyed Jim, but on the car was a nice big sign that said Danny Bonaducci, and everyone thought it was Jim, but it was not Danny.
I mean, everybody
Wait,
thought it was Danny, but
Hey, I sent a replacement. What more could you ask? I sent you a retarded guy.
Well, he represented you well.
Right on. Go, Jim.
wow. Well, Joanne, what can we expect next for Mr. Burbank? What kind of things? I mean, he's been named Mr.
Yeah.
Burbank, so we need to give him tasks and
I know
different.
we're going to, and he just represented the station and Burbank so well, and he knew any destination we asked him.
Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely.
he's great like that. We really appreciate.
Where do you think we should put him next? Like civic duty, have him clean a park, or
Well, let's get. No, he's Mr. Burbank. He's not Mr. Janitor.
Mr. Burbank would clean up his own parks, I
Oh,
think.
he has to like rule over something.
What do you happen to have that he can rule over?
Well, we're working on getting him that key to the city. We're gonna have
Thank
to talk
you.
to the state.
Thank you. That's what we're talking about, not cleaning up trash.
I would think as Mr. Burbank, he might want to clean up.
No,
That's
he
all.
delegates. He's Mr. Burbank.
What do you do, Mr. Buh? Go clean parks?
All right, Joanne. Well, will you let us know what our next activity with Mr. Burbank entails?
That's right. We're going to talk to Stacey Murphy, the mayor, and we will get back to you about that key to the city.
Maybe also a ribbon cutting at the new Home Depot.
That might be a great idea.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Or the PF Chang.
Or the PF Chang's.
It's a lot of cutting ribbons.
Isn't-
Danny, you haven't given us a reason. Where were you?
Yeah, where were you, Dan?
Sleeping.
We're going to have to talk to Isabella about this.
Oh, that's
I wouldn't.
that's one of the reasons I wasn't there.
Why is that?
Because
Thanks again.
All right,
Thank
bye,
you.
Joanne. Let us
Bye.
know. Thank you, by the way. Thanks. Yeah.
well, Isabella didn't want to go, but I could make her go.
She didn't want to see Jackistan?
No, she did. Kids and computers these days, they're ruining their lives. So she didn't want to go, but so
Oh,
what?
Jack,
She's
I'm happy
9,
for you.
and I could make her go and smile. But Dante really didn't want to go, and I wasn't going to be the guy in the car with the screaming baby.
That's fun, though. I like to watch those people panic.
Now I might have brought the screaming arched-backed baby if I'd have known Jim was going to sit in my spot.
Yes, Jack?
So there were thousands of people lining the street, and I brought my baby. I sat her on my lap, and she's watching, and she's having a great time, right?
Right.
This is pretty fascinating for a baby.
Yeah, and you're Mr. Burbank.
Right,
Yeah.
you would think at least.
Yeah.
And we're getting towards the end of the route, and I notice she's staring at her shoes. And I think, how weird, there's all this going on. And I realized, look, she fell asleep during the parade and was hunched over for half the
Jack,
parade
have you
asleep.
had that baby tested?
I was like, what baby falls asleep during a parade?
She has narcolepsy.
I thought we might have gassed Dante one time on a jet ski. We're just putting him around when we went camping, and he fell asleep on the front. And I went, oh my God, babies can snooze.
Well, plus the fact that you guys were using the jet ski in the dock house.
Yeah, well, that was supposed to be our little secret.
Duh. Hey, Sten, strap on those headphones because this call is something that entails you that you'll be very excited about. Here's Christina. Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Hi.
Sorry, I had you guys on hold.
That's okay. Go ahead, real quick.
I just wanted to call and tell Stench that actually I'm a big Bachelor fan.
Oh,
yeah.
Look, it's your people.
And one of my coworkers brought in the Enquirer, one of those trash magazines, and I read an article in there about Trish, and it says that actually it sounds like she's going to be the stalker because she's down to the top 4, and then she gets booted off, and then she shows up at one of his one-on-one dates with the other girl. So I think that it's going to be Trish who's going to be the stalker.
Oh my God, no! I think it's gonna be who was it?
boy.
Tara that got booted last week.
No, because it says specifically in there that she shows up on one of the one-on-one dates
Right.
to
I read
see if
that.
he wants to take her back and all
Can
that.
I just say in defense of all women, for just a side note, and perhaps you women have lived through this, sometimes we get called stalkers or psychotic or, whatever.
Some of us more than others.
I think that you guys misunderstand our communication.
Really?
I think that sometimes we come off as perhaps a little psychotic. We're just passionate people. And I'm telling you, we get misunderstood.
Okay, when guys are passionate like that, they go to jail. You women are stalkers.
We are not. We're just, we need to get our point across, and you guys walk away.
I can see you in the handcuffs right now.
And so-
I'm passionate.
So
Let me go.
we don't want you to walk away. You gotta listen to us because we need you to listen. So
we're passionate.
I don't know if some of you have been misunderstood, but in my book, you're not stalkers and you're not psychotic. You're just fine.
I saw the promo. She's a stalker.
We're gonna take a little side action, but we still
That's
are.
exactly what his book's about.
We're still talking about misunderstood psycho bitches because we're misunderstood. We're not psycho. And tomorrow I
We've
wanted to tell you.
completely given up nub rubbing.
Nub rubbing, I think it came to a closure with the phantom pain. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why they rub their nubs. Anyway, so we'll continue with the misunderstood psycho bitches. I am one of them, and I know I have some sisters out there. We're just misunderstood. And tomorrow on the big show, I'm very excited because tomorrow we start our reality series, Follow Bubba.
Well, I had to go get some coffee. I'm not all that clear on what Follow Bubba is.
Well, Bubba is Stench's brother.
Right.
And tomorrow he puts the key in the Winnebago and takes it out to the NASCAR
Yes,
races.
he does.
It's a pilgrimage.
Yes, it is.
Like
And
the Holy Land.
and it's a reality. It's a 4-part series of Follow Bubba. It's gonna be starting out tomorrow morning. How many people in the Winnebago?
It grows throughout the weekend.
Right. So we get different characters along the way. He'll be slowly driving out to where is he going?
Fontucky.
Kentucky.
Speedway.
I'm not sure we had all the information on
Well,
this.
I just never know of where the speedway is.
California Speedway, Fontucky. Woo woo.
Call me crazy, but I don't know where Kentucky is.
Silver Bullet Weekend.
It's the 909. Woo, rock on. All right, and we're going to come back, and Rabbi Schmuley is in the hizzy. Hey, Rabbi Schmuley.
Hey,
Hey, our pilgrimage starts tomorrow to NASCAR. You going to go?
am I speaking to Jamie and Danny?
Yes, you are, sir.
How are you guys?
Oh, we're good. How are you?
That's an interesting moniker by which you go these days, Jamie.
And you mean the psycho bitches part?
Yeah.
Especially while talking to
I
Rabbi.
would have said it out, in full, but I would have been defrocked. So,
Yes, I've had that happen to my own self. Hey, Rabbi Schmuley, we're going to keep this sweet, and we're going to take a little break and come back with you. What are you talking about today?
Oh, we're not on the air?
Yeah, we're on the air.
God Almighty! What are we talking about? I mean, I thought you guys wanted to talk about something, but
Well, you have an event.
We've got like a whole rainbow of issues.
Are you in Kentucky?
Okay, you know what? Let's talk about how I think that there are 4. If you're talking about psycho blanks, okay, there are 4 stereotypes of women that I think that reality TV is giving to us, and I think it's scandalous. I'd like to talk about that.
Yeah,
Perfect.
that's
All right,
perfect.
hold on.
How
Rabbi
good is
Schmuley.
Schmuley?
I love him.
Rabbi Schmuley time.
It's a Rabbi Schmuley kind of day.
It really, really is. Hey, Rabbi Schmuley.
How are you guys?
We're
We
good.
are good. Now, first of all, why don't you tell us a little bit about the event that's going on, I believe, tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, sorry.
Thursday night is at the Nessa. I'm coming to L.A., the red carpet treatment, Jamie. So it's at the Nessa Educational and Cultural Center, and I'm speaking at 7 o'clock, Thursday the 29th of April. And
What are you speaking on?
I'm speaking about the whole culture of celebrity and how it's put human dignity and human celebrity in conflict. I mean, if we look at all the celebrities who are in trials today and how many are just leading lives that are pretty sad, you know, why is it that celebrity seems to destroy human dignity? What are the specific challenges of celebrity? And of course, not everybody that's coming is a celebrity, but the point is we all sort of want to be. That's what reality TV is all about. You get to be a celebrity without the hard work, right? When you were a kid, Danny, you know what it's like. To be famous, it looks like it's easy. You just get on TV, you got to memorize lines. Even there's some labor involved. But the instant celebrity that reality TV confers upon people is having a lot of an impact. So it's about a new book that I've written about the difference between biblical heroes and Hollywood icons.
Oh, I like that.
And
yeah,
that's,
but in that time though, biblical heroes were kind of a celebrity. I mean,
that's
you know,
true, certainly.
Right, but they were celebrities for different things. It wasn't celebrity based on adventure. It was celebrity based on service. It was like the Pat Tillman kind of celebrity. Where you
no,
give
but
up
I mean,
the
like I
NFL.
got out my sandals to look like Jesus. And
Right, and
stuff.
I got out my sling to whip, to whoop Goliath.
You know, so they were the modern time at that time celebrity. But I like the concept because we've actually talked about this, how, kids and whatnot look up to these celebrities. And really, we should take like a teacher or somebody like that and make them into a celebrity.
Well, look, you know that I've counseled many celebrities, and I was close to people like Michael Jackson. It's very sad to see what's happening with his life right now. And so I sort of gained unique insight into what the challenges that celebrities face. And celebrities are no more important than any of us. I mean, I couldn't give one damn what's happening with J-Lo. And it's people who are really sadly bored with their own lives that sit there scrutinizing, whether J-Lo's tuchus is bigger this week than it was last week. But nonetheless, the fact
it is that they just have better publicists than, say, your ordinary teacher.
Exactly, and but also we all of us base our lives, and this is what my book is about. We base it around Homer's ideal that he propagated in his great poems, the Iliad, the Odyssey, which is only if you play on a world stage are you important. Only if equestrian statues are erected to your memory are you important. Only if epic poems, troubadours sing of your great feats of heroism are you important. But the average woman who sort of raises her kids and is loves a man and does a job honestly, that's not important because no one's heard about you. And you're like a tree that falls in the woods. It just didn't happen. So I think all of us today want to expose ourselves, even at the expense of our dignity, just to be known, to be recognized, to walk down the street and have people turn their heads. And that's where we come to reality TV and the 4 stereotypes of women. I'm just amazed that 74% of all divorces these days, Jamie, is initiated by women, which means women can't even stand their husbands anymore.
Oh, yeah, you guys are annoying.
I know, exactly, because there's no gentleman, and the reason is that men don't think they have to be gentlemen in order to get a woman, because the stereotypes that are coming at them through the television set are, A, the greedy gold digger, the woman who goes on Joe Millionaire, Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, where a producer says, hey, who wants to go on national TV and expose themselves as a blood-sucking leech, as a greedy gold digger who's prepared to suck the blood out of a man who doesn't give a damn about love and romance.
Well, and you know what? That's funny that you bring that up because actually this morning, earlier in the show, I brought up that I really would love to find, and I don't think they're available, a man who loves to love a woman. That's his whole thing, is that he just loves to love a woman.
Well, you can only love something, which is your equal. Meaning you can love your dog, but you'll never sacrifice for your dog. You can only love something which you think is your equal. And men are being shown today that women are not their equal. So that stereotype number 1 is the greedy gold digger. Number 2 is even worse. It's the publicity-seeking prostitute. It's the woman who will do absolutely anything, including sleep with strangers to get on TV, like with shows like Paradise Hotel.
Wow.
Or even,
Right.
Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera are not porn stars. They're singers. So why are we staring at their thongs and their underwear, and why is Britney masturbating on Showtime. If she,
For my $5, that's why.
But do you realize the kind of impact this has on men? A fat woman, what's the great black singer's name with that incredible voice?
Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin could never have gotten a recording contract today,
Wow.
because even the recording industry for women is all about bearing your breasts. And
That's
if you're
true.
overweight, no one's going to watch. There's only one exception that to the rule, and that's Norah Jones. But every single other, even Janet Jackson, who dances brilliantly, has got to pop out her boobs in order to sell a CD these days.
You have
Schmuley
really,
doesn't miss a beat, does he?
You have a really great point. Yeah. So on to what, number 3? Where are
Number 3 is the brainless bimbo. It's how we men have come to love making fun of how stupid women are, and how producers have latched onto this by finding totally empty airheads.
And here comes Jessica Simpson, ladies and
Exactly.
gentlemen.
Jessica Simpson, egg, chicken of the sea, great, I hate fish. Or even worse, I mean, Paris Hilton, truly. I mean, if you put your head up to her ear, you would hear the sound of the seashore. There is nothing there. And Walmart, they sell things for walls, right? And they love making fun of how stupid these women are. So, how do we expect men to actually respect a woman when they're seen as slutty, greedy, money-grubbing, materialistic, and finally dumb as hell? And then to cap it all off, women were once portrayed as nurturing. They were the softer, gentler sex. Women civilized men. Danny and I know, and I used to do Danny's show, the TV show. Men have no natural dignity. Men tell fart jokes, men have burping competitions in the school, and as they get older, it's the women who civilize them.
And now we have women, hot supermodels eating pig intestines.
Oh, great.
No,
the nurturing thing is belied by number 4, which is the backstabbing bitch, and that's what we see in the in all these reality TV shows like The Bachelor, where women are portrayed. Forget the nurturing, softer, more civilized sex. These women are mean. They will cut each other's throats out. They'll cut each other's hearts out for a man. So when you put those 4 together, the greedy gold digger, the publicity-seeking prostitute, the brainless bimbo, and the backstabbing bitch, you're going to have to really
God,
wonder,
you have all my friends.
did I sort of sum it all up?
You
there,
have
Jamie?
me and
You
all
really
my
did.
friends. My God.
Well, I really think you're on to something there, Rabbi, because he is right. When you first said these 4 stereotypes in reality TV, I didn't think of it as any kind of big issue, but you're absolutely right. That is how they're coming off.
And because now women, and we're portrayed at this, we don't demand, the guy who loves to love us.
Right.
We just kind of like, whoa, okay, hey, let's go out.
Well, there's no gentleman. On the contrary, it's raunchy male behavior. I mean, just think about this, okay? We know that women are sexy, and that's great, and I want women to be erotic and desirable to men, and they want to be desirable to men. Women still find it as big a compliment to hear that they're beautiful as they do to hear that they're brilliant, that they're smart. But nevertheless, we never believed we would reach a stage where women who are paying $30,000 a year to get an education at top schools, medical schools, would be approached by some sleazebag with a candy cam in Cancun on spring break, and he says to them, hey, I'm from Girls Gone Wild, flash your boobs. Yeah, I'll do that. I mean, we never thought that women who actually wanted to use their brains would also feel that it's their responsibility to entertain lecherous men, that some salivating Neanderthal whose hairline reaches to his eyebrows, this guy is an ape, that he needs to be entertained with his $24.99 video that she's got to play ball.
Wow.
I love Schmuley for president.
I don't know. The guy's kind of attractive. I met him.
I'm short and hairy, and I'm married with 7 kids.
Oh my God. Yeah, wow. This is a whole different angle than I've ever thought of my own self, and I'm pretty much...
Now, you were real quick because we got to go, but you were talking about celebrity and that you're intimate with celebrity. Have I ever had the chance to ask you about what do you think about all the celebrities being drawn to Kabbalah?
Well, look, you know what? Kabbalah is beautiful because it's the ancient Jewish esoteric science. It teaches you all sort of the secrets of the universe, and it can make you into a better person. But come on, I mean, putting out Madonna as the standard bearer of Kabbalah is like the Catholic Church putting out John Gotti, okay, as its name.
Perfect.
Although, you know what, though? I mean, for kids and myself, I mean, when she was on Oprah and she explained, and here's how she explained the Kabbalah, and I thought it was really great, and it was Madonna. But she said it's amazing that people aren't responsible for their actions. When you get a raise or whatever, you're like, oh, yeah, good for me. I'm amazing. I got a raise. But when you don't get a raise or you screw up at work, you're like, well, my boss did that, and you blame. And you never go, okay, maybe I was responsible for that.
So Kabbalah's about the office place.
No, it's about accepting. You only give yourself I don't know. Like if you deserve it, you deserve everything.
Right.
But if
well,
you just
that's true. We shouldn't walk around with a victimology, think that everybody's out to get us. We have to take personal responsibility. But people are going to look at Madonna while she says this, and they're going to say, "Well, she mainstreams sadomasochism, and she's running around flashing her, full frontal
I
nudity."
love Madonna.
Jamie, let me just tell you. You see, you're a very sexy woman. You and I have met, but you're smart as hell. You've got an incredible brain, and you demonstrate it every single morning. So you're the complete package. And here I am pandering, but it's the truth, okay? But with Madonna, we never see an intellectual side. We just see the body. And that's not enough because body alone will bore men. And that's why she has had to become increasingly shocking. First she's kissing Britney. Soon she'll be making out with a horse on MTV because she's got to shock us.
I'll watch that.
Because she's got to show a deeper side. Anyway, the
All
lecture,
right.
I neglected to mention the address. So it's at 142 South Rexford in Beverly Hills tomorrow at 7. And
I'm going to go to that. That's really cool.
I'd love for you to come.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's if you want to just see the ad, it's www.nessa.org. NESSAH.
All right. Thank you very much.
It's great to speak to you guys.
.nessa.org. That's NESSAH.org. Okay, cool.
Thanks, Rabbi.
Thank you.
God bless you guys.
Come
Take
back
care.
anytime. See you later. Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
I like the way he summed up Kabbalah. Well, yeah, it'll give you the secrets of the universe and everything. So anyway, just like what? What secrets of the universe?
I think because it's like kind of important, and some people are making it like simple.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like when you're in second grade and you're singing about the Bible and you have no idea what you're saying. I think that's what he's saying.
Secrets of the universe. I dig that. I'm gonna check that out.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Didn't know really what that meant.
No?
Hide it under a candle, or no, hide it under a bush.